Alright guys, this is another apparatus here at Southwest Research. This is an apparatus used for the Nfpa 268 test. That is a test that evaluates an exterior wall's ability to resist ignition. Now, on the previous test, the multi-story test I was showing you, ignition was fine, so the wall a certain part of the wall can set on fire, it just couldn't spread. So now we're looking for no ignition at all. The way this test is run is these are, call them radiant heat heads. Basically, there's gas lines behind this which allow for combustion to occur inside the head over here, and these start to glow orange hot, but they don't actually have a flame that's coming out of them. So all you get is the radiant component of heating. At the start of the test, this is a heat shield right here that rolls, but it's kind of heavy. So it sits in front of the radiant panel, and you have a test assembly right here on this trolley. So the shield is in the way. You allow the panel to heat up. You push the shield out of the way, and then your sample is exposed to the radiant heat. Now, these are thermocouples right here. You have 8 thermocouples on the exterior surface of the test apparatus. These read about 1600 degrees Fahrenheit during the test, and the exposure that you're looking for on the face of the wall is 12.5 kilowatts per meter squared. So what happens during the test is this arm sits down in front of the test assembly, and this is a spark igniter right here. It's on a timer, so it sparks for 2 seconds and then it's off for 5 seconds, sparks for 2 seconds, off for 5, and so on. And the way we know that our exposure is correct is we calibrate the distance that this trolley has to be with a dummy wall that has radiometers or heat flux gauges installed at the surface of the wall. It's actually back there. If you want to you can't really see anything. This is the back of the panel. So you have these heat flux meters going through the surface, so they're flush with the exterior surface of this wall. These are all water cooling lines because you have to keep your radiometers cool or you're going to burn them up. So we have 5 heat flux meters or radiometers on the flush with the exterior surface of that wall, of this wall that is sitting on that trolley. So we move it into position until we're reading an average of 12.5 kilowatts amongst these 5 radiometers. And then there's a 6th radiometer, which is right here, that's also sitting flush with the surface of that wall. And this is your reference radiometer. So during the calibration test, you record what your reference radiometer is reading, then you substitute your sample in for the calibration wall, and you just make sure this reference radiometer is sitting flush with the exterior surface of your sample wall, and you make sure that this reference radiometer gives you the same reading as during your calibration, and then you know that you're exposing the exterior surface of that wall to the right heat flux. And this igniter basically tries to ignite whatever off-gassing is coming from that exterior wall. It's a 20-minute test. Failure is considered if you have continuous flaming, which is flaming on the exterior surface of the sample for more than 5 seconds. And that's the radiant panel, Nfpa 268.